15 mind-blowing facts about China, the most unique country in Asia. Travel documentary. Have you ever looked at a country and thought, how can one place be so ancient, yet so futuristic? From marriage customs that blur the lines between tradition and freedom, to cities that copy global landmarks, and an internet universe completely separate from the one we know. China invites you to step into a story unlike any other. There are mountains that calm the soul, and women rewriting the rules of success. So, what happens when thousands of years of culture meet the speed of the 21st century? Let's explore 15 truths that reveal just how unique this country really is. This is an ACT travel documentary. Welcome. Number 15. Asia's giant power. What if I told you there's a country so big it touches 14 other nations, yet runs on one single time zone? Yep, China, the ultimate paradox. Imagine waking up in Xinjiang at 10 in the morning, while folks in Shanghai are already debating dessert. Why? Because everyone follows Beijing time, from east to west. This mammoth of a country spans nearly 10 million square kilometers, making it the third largest nation in the world. And with the same number of neighboring countries as Russia, it's no wonder China has become a key player in global trade, especially now that over 140 countries are part of the Belt and Road Initiative. But here's the real kicker. Its geography is out of this world, literally. From the icy heights of Tibet to the tropical jungles of Yunnan, you can ski in the morning and chill on a beach by afternoon. No exaggeration. And if you're into people watching, you're in for a treat. Over 1.4 billion citizens, 56 ethnic groups, 300 languages. It's like flipping through an encyclopedia, only louder and tastier. Let's get real. Is China a country or a continent undercover? Drop your theories in the comments. I'll be over here, watching the sunset rise. Number 14. Marriage customs. That shock. Imagine a place where love skips the wedding bells, ditches the paperwork, and laughs at the idea of "till death do us part." Yep, that's real, and it's happening in some of the most remote corners of southwest China. Let's talk about the Tibetan trial sleep tradition. Back in the day, women in these high-altitude villages could spend time with up to 20 men before choosing a husband. Instead of romance, they collected tokens from each encounter, then chose based on compatibility, health, and fertility. Think of it as a deeply spiritual audition for love. Then there's the Mosuo people near Lugu Lake, often called the last matrilineal society. Here, marriage doesn't exist. Men sneak in at night, sneak out by morning, no drama, no divorce. Kids stay with the mom, and women call the shots. No last names from dad, no rings, just love and respect. And then, brace yourself, comes the Rao Sangling Festival in Yunnan. Every year, for 3 magical days, married people can meet their former lovers. But it's not cheating, it's tradition. They see it as respecting past connections, not stirring up scandal. A friend once said, she raised 3 kids, had no husband, and yet lived surrounded by love. Could you thrive in a love system built on trust and ancient wisdom? Or would it drive you nuts? If you made it this far, here's your turn. Comment, "Love Redefined," if these traditions blew your mind. There's more coming that's just as mind-bending, so don't blink. The next fact might flip your whole perspective. Number 13. The Capital of Copycats. No glitch in the matrix here. This is China, where replicas aren't just knockoffs, they're masterpieces. You walk into a market in Yiwu, and suddenly you're holding an iPhone, eyeing a Chanel purse, and sliding into a pair of Yeezys, all for the price of a decent dinner. Sounds wild? It gets better. Yiwu and Shenzhen have built a reputation as global imitation capitals, but there's serious craftsmanship behind the copies. Grade A replicas can pass as the real thing, even under expert inspection. It's not laziness, it's precision manufacturing with a side of cheeky flair. And while most countries stop at product imitation, China reimagines entire cities. The Eiffel Tower rises in Tianducheng, gondolas float in Little Venice of Dalian, and Hallstatt, a whole Austrian village, is reborn in Guangdong. It's cultural cloning taken to architectural levels. Even the brand names get a remix. Adibos, Mayon, Dolce, and Banana. Cute? Definitely. Illegal? Sometimes. Popular? More than you'd think. By 2025, China's shadow retail market reached nearly $400 billion, according to Statista. That's not just numbers. It's proof that the fake economy is booming. Rather than end with a question, here's a thought. In a world chasing originality, maybe imitation is just another form of expression. Number 12. Classes on Seduction. In a city that never sleeps and secrets sell like hot dumplings, there's a whole shadow industry teaching women how to charm married men. Not kidding. These ultra-private courses go for up to $5,000, covering everything from emotional control, strategic texting, to how to stay hidden in plain sight. The instructors, not your usual life coaches, many are former other women, turning experience into education. Think of it as the Harvard of heartbreak, but make it seductive. Now for the plot twist. While some are being trained to flirt their way into forbidden love stories, another industry is rising. Psychologists and divorce-savvy lawyers offering graceful exit packages to help women get out of affairs without public drama. Price tag: a whopping $14,000. It's a culture clash of loyalty versus liberty, tradition versus modern hustle. These aren't just relationships. They're reflections of a society redefining love, identity, and power dynamics. While some light incense for good karma, others light up WeChat with clever emoji games. Welcome to the new romance economy. Not for the faint of heart, but definitely worth watching. Number 11. Landscapes of Peace and Mindfulness. What if I told you a garden could teach you philosophy? In China, a rock isn't just a rock, and a tree isn't just a tree. They're living symbols shaped by thousands of years of Taoist, Confucian, and Buddhist wisdom. Take Penjing, for example. Think of it as a bonsai's wise ancestor. But it's more than just tiny trees. Imagine an entire landscape, mountains, rivers, houses, all sculpted to fit in a pot. It's like holding a world in your hands. Now picture Suzhou, where more than 60 classical gardens still thrive, including icons like the Lion Grove and Humble Administrator's Garden. These aren't tourist traps. They're immersive artworks, where ancient poems and flowing water come together like brushstrokes on a scroll. Today, in cities like Shanghai and Hangzhou, these gardens are where locals gather for Tai Chi, Qigong, and peaceful chess matches under aged pines. Mr. Liu, a retired calligrapher I met, spends his mornings writing poetry in water on stone paths. The words vanish, he smiled, but the feeling stays. Here's your moment of zen. If a garden could slow down your mind, would you let it? Or better yet, what would your garden say to you? Number 10. China's impossible bridges. The ground disappears beneath your feet. Above you, nothing but sky. Welcome to China's wild world of impossible bridges. These aren't just structures. They're dizzying dreams built into steel and glass. The Beipanjiang Bridge, hanging more than 560 meters above a canyon, feels like a sci-fi ride through thin air. Below, a vertical drop that'll make your stomach question your life choices. Then there's the Danyang-Kunshan Grand Bridge, a 164-kilometer-long beast, earning the crown as the longest viaduct in the world. That's longer than some entire countries. And don't even get me started on Zhangjiajie Glass Bridge, a completely transparent walkway dangling between cliffs. It's like walking on fear itself. Add in the Nanpu Spiral Bridge in Shanghai, a traffic loop so surreal it could pass for modern sculpture. And suddenly, you're in a landscape where art and adrenaline collide. But here's the real kicker. China is leading over 100 international bridge projects from Africa to Southeast Asia, building diplomacy one beam at a time. Forget postcards. This travel documentary takes you over the edge. Literally. No harness, just guts, glass, and gravity. Which of China's insane bridges would you walk across or nope out halfway? If just thinking about it gave you chills, drop a comment. Hold my breath. And before the next jaw dropper, pause for 10 seconds and hit subscribe to support Act Travel Documentary. More wild stories are just a click away. Let's keep exploring together. Number 9. Eating with the seasons. Steam rises, laughter echoes, and a pot of broth simmers in the center of the table. This isn't just dinner, it's a moment of connection. In China, food flows with the rhythm of nature. Winter brings steamy hot pots and slow-cooked stews that wrap the body in warmth. When summer rolls around, it's time for cooling greens, light herbal dishes, and a refreshing sense of balance. This seasonal dance isn't random. It's rooted in traditional Chinese medicine, where food is medicine is more than just a saying. Meals feature powerful ingredients: ginger to heat you up, jujube to boost your blood, goji berries for better vision, and lotus seeds to quiet the mind. Beyond taste, each dish is crafted with intent. From herbal congee to bone broth, every spoonful is designed to heal, calm, and restore. Cooking here isn't just culinary, it's spiritual, following the principles of yin and yang and the 5 elements. But let's not forget the heart of Chinese food: people. Eating together is sacred. From a Lunar New Year feast with Tang Yuan to slicing into mooncakes under the full moon, meals become memories, flavors become feelings. In China, food doesn't just satisfy hunger, it tunes your body, tells your story, and ties you to tradition. It's not just what's on the plate, but what's behind it. Number 8. A parallel internet world. Can you imagine a country where Google, YouTube, Facebook, and even Instagram simply don't exist? China's digital universe, a self-contained online ecosystem shielded by the Great Firewall. Developed by the Chinese government, this powerful system blocks most global websites and replaces them with local giants. No VPN, no access. This is how China protects its digital borders, ensuring both cybersecurity and information control. But here's the twist. It's not primitive, it's incredibly advanced. WeChat is like 10 apps in one. You can message, shop, pay bills, book doctors, even file taxes. Weibo mixes the drama of Twitter with the visuals of Instagram. And Baidu. Think Google, but with AI, cloud, maps, and even self-driving cars. A friend of mine once landed in Beijing, pulled out his Visa card, and panicked. It didn't work anywhere. He had to learn WeChat Pay in one night just to buy water. If you ever visit, downloading a few local apps might be even more important than packing your passport. Would you thrive in this high-tech bubble, or totally freak out without your favorite socials? Number 7. Storytelling as a way of life. China isn't just a country of invention, it's a place where stories live and breathe. From ancient legends whispered for thousands of years to high-drama TV epics, storytelling is more than art. It's a lifestyle. Wander into an old tea house or park, and you might catch a ping shu or kui performance. These aren't museum relics. They're living, breathing storytellers, drawing crowds with just a fan and a voice. And then there's the Peking Opera, a visual feast of stylized movements, symbolic makeup, and powerful vocals. In Sichuan, face-changing performers swap masks in a blink. It's magic you can't unsee. Even screen time in China is a cultural education. Series like Romance of the Three Kingdoms or Empress Wu are more than binge-worthy. They teach dynasties, diplomacy, and drama in equal measure. Poetry, it's sacred. Kids recite Li Bai and Du Fu before they can write full sentences. China's literary heritage stretches from Tang Dynasty verses to Nobel laureate Mo Yan, weaving tradition into modern life. Over 60% of Chinese youth report learning more history through drama than textbooks, according to the Ministry of Culture. Here's a thought to take with you. What if your favorite Netflix binge could teach you about your ancestors too? Would you dare to perform a 1-minute ping shu monologue in a public park? Type "teller" if you're in, or stage fright if you'd rather be the audience. Number 6. Inventions that changed humanity. Imagine a world without books, navigation, or even fireworks. Now picture all those game-changing breakthroughs coming from one place: ancient China. It all started back in the year 105, when Kai Lun crafted the world's first true paper from bark, old rags, and fishing nets. This wasn't just clever. It made writing cheaper, lighter, and way more accessible. Europe didn't figure out paper making for over 1,000 years. Then came a literal explosion. While trying to make an elixir of immortality, yep, true story, Taoist alchemists accidentally discovered gunpowder, a mix of sulfur, charcoal, and saltpeter that forever changed warfare and lit up global celebrations with fireworks. Next, the compass. In the 11th century, Chinese inventors used lodestones on bronze plates to find south. This tiny shift gave rise to maritime navigation. Without it, those bold European explorers might have never crossed an ocean. And while Europe was still hand-copying scrolls, China was busy printing thousands of books daily. By the 11th century, Bisheng had already invented the movable clay type, 4 centuries before Gutenberg. These weren't just inventions, they were cultural shockwaves. Number 5. Timeless destinations. Can a wall built by hand outlast an empire? In China, it did. The Great Wall stretches over 21,000 kilometers, weaving through deserts, hills, and snow-peaked mountains. Built across centuries of dynasties, parts of it were reinforced with an unusual but genius material, sticky rice mixed with lime mortar, giving it strength that's lasted over 1,000 years. No, it's not visible from the moon, but yes, it can be seen from low Earth orbit. Travel southwest and you'll find the Potala Palace, rising 3,700 meters above sea level in Lhasa. This massive complex, once home to the Dalai Lamas, holds more than 1,000 rooms, brimming with sacred relics and mystical murals. It's a spiritual lighthouse perched on a rooftop of the world. And then there's Lijiang Old Town, often called the Venice of the East, with its UNESCO World Heritage charm, mossy rooftops, ancient Naxi traditions, and tea houses by lantern-lit canals. It feels like a storybook. A friend once told me she cried just walking Lijiang's cobbled paths, not out of sadness, but peace. What would it take for a place to move you that deeply? Think about it. Number 4. The 4 food capitals. If China's food scene were a concert, these 4 provinces would be the headliners. Each region brings its own beat, and trust me, your taste buds will want backstage passes. Sichuan is for the bold. Its iconic mala flavor, a fiery mix of chili heat and numbing Sichuan pepper, puts it on the map as one of the spiciest cuisines in the world. Think mapo tofu, spicy hot pot, and stir-fried rice that makes your lips tingle. Could you handle that kind of heat? Cantonese flips the script. Fresh, light, and all about natural flavor. Dim sum? Yes, please. Shrimp dumplings, siu mai, BBQ pork buns. It's a Sunday ritual turned art form. It's subtle, but oh so satisfying. Jiangsu is elegant, sweet, refined, and beautifully plated. Expect tender soup dumplings, perfectly steamed fish, and dishes that look like edible poetry. Would you eat it or just admire it? Shandong brings comfort, savory, warm, and full of depth. Famous for braised dishes and clear broths, this is where you find crispy pan-fried buns bursting with juicy fillings. Talk about food for the soul. In 2025, China's culinary influence keeps expanding, with Sichuan and Cantonese restaurants popping up globally. This travel documentary isn't just about places, it's a flavor adventure. Your passport is ready, your chopsticks are too. Comment "Taste Tour" if you'd love to try them all. Keep watching. China's surprises just keep cooking. Number 3. Festivals that glow. Firecrackers pop, lanterns sway, and the night sky glows like a living painting. In China, festivals aren't just dates on a calendar. They're living traditions, each bursting with color, meaning, and emotion. The crown jewel, Lunar New Year, celebrated by over 1.4 billion people. Streets are lined with red lanterns, temples hum with prayers, and families gather for epic feasts and red envelope exchanges. Celebrations can last up to 30 days, and that first footer, the first person to step inside your home in the new year, is believed to shape your luck for months to come. Superstition or not, it's a tradition taken to heart. Then comes the Mid-Autumn Festival, when the moon is at its fullest and brightest. Families reunite to eat mooncakes, light lanterns, and share stories under the stars. Those mooncakes, they're not just desserts. They're symbols of unity and harmony, as round and complete as a perfect family gathering. And let's not forget the Lantern Festival, which lights up the 15th day of the first lunar month. Think streets glowing in red, children solving lantern riddles, floating lights carrying handwritten wishes, and sweet tang yuan that warm both belly and soul. Each festival isn't just a celebration, it's a portal to memory, meaning, and connection. They don't just glow, they ignite generations. Number 2. Women of tradition and power. What if I told you that the world's highest number of self-made female billionaires don't live in Silicon Valley, but in China? Yep, you heard that right. According to Huron Research Institute's 2023 report, over 62% of all self-made women billionaires on Earth are Chinese. That's not just a statistic, it's a cultural revolution in motion. But here's the beautiful paradox. Many of these women still honor traditional values. They respect elders, maintain strong family bonds, and radiate a timeless grace often described as classic Eastern beauty: fair skin, delicate features, soft strength. At the same time, they are bold entrepreneurs, leading CEOs and global scholars, balancing tea ceremonies with boardroom takeovers. A friend from Shanghai once told me, "My mum taught me to serve tea with both hands, but also how to file taxes and pitch to investors." And when it comes to love, a growing number of successful Chinese women are choosing international partners, valuing open minds, shared respect, and a global connection that crosses borders. Could China be redefining what it means to be powerful and graceful? At the same time, let me know what you think. Number 1. The cost of living. And now, saving the most surprising for last, China isn't just rich in history and culture, it's surprisingly easy on your wallet. This final fact may just be the most practical reason to fall in love with the country. In megacities like Beijing or Shanghai, a one-bedroom apartment can cost between $870 and $2,180 per month. But in charming smaller towns, you could live comfortably for as little as $430, ideal for long stayers and budget adventurers. Food, a dream. Cooking at home runs just $230 to $280 monthly. But why cook when a full, flavorful meal on the street costs only $3 to $12? Transportation, only $15 to $25 per month. Even fitness isn't expensive. Modern gyms charge $30 to $50 and often include trainers. International surveys place average living costs in China between $800 and $1,200 per month, depending on lifestyle. That makes China one of the most affordable countries for high-quality living today. In this travel documentary, we've seen wonders of architecture, tradition, and innovation. But this final fact hits home. Living well in China is not a dream, it's reality. China is a land where past and future shake hands, where traditions breathe inside skyscrapers and festivals light up high-speed cities. These 15 facts barely scratch the surface. There's so much more waiting behind every alley, mountain, and market stall. What amazed you the most? Drop it in the comments. I'd love to hear it. And hey, if this journey sparked your curiosity, show some love. Like, subscribe, or share with a fellow wanderer. The world's full of stories, and China's might just be the most surprising one yet. Catch you on the next adventure, right here on Act Travel Documentary.